Jam.
Let's get it.
Word to the cool world. It is Jam TJ here with Jam's Views. Thank you guys for clicking this episode or video. Today is like a sad day. R.I.P. Kobe. I love hoops, man. And Kobe was a hooper. Kobe was a hooper. Now I'm 33. I barely got to witness some of Jordan's accolades and accomplishments, but Kobe, I got to witness it all. I was coherent to it all. His 81 pointer, everything. Blessings to his family, prayers to his family. I couldn't imagine. I truly couldn't imagine. Truly couldn't imagine. But been kind of liking this solitude thing. Solitude. I used to love wanting to be around people because I love seeing my friends, my family, and I love the atmosphere and the fellowship and everything. And as I'm getting older, I find myself gravitating towards solitude. And it's not because I don't really want to deal with people. No. I'm getting to an age where I'm finding more things about myself more and more every day. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Because I seem to figure out once you find more about yourself, you start to recognize your own shit. You feel me? You wonder why prison systems put prisoners in solitary confinement? Think about it. You're in a very, very small room. My wingspan is probably 6'6", 6'7". Picture my wingspan being cut in half. And you're in there. No daylight. Maybe just a little hole. Maybe just a little hole. Think about it. Every noise bounces off of the walls and you're hearing echoes and things, and it brings you into this ambiance, a bad ambiance of reflection and experiences of your whole life. Your life flashes before you. And this is what I'm thinking, because in my instance of solitude, I like hearing nature. It helps me reflect, and sometimes reflection could bring you down a bad road, but it's to stay on track of you and learning you. There are people that are in their 40s and all the way up that still don't know who the hell they are, and it's because they didn't give themselves time. Solitude the fortress of solitude to understand their purpose, to understand their impacts, to understand their relationships, to understand their process, to understand their work ethic, to understand their self-worth. They didn't understand it because they didn't have time for themselves. Going to the gym, reading a book, going on a run, a walk, a bike ride, a sabbatical. Just you. You have to bring your self-perspective to find out who you are. You need the solitude to confine who you are and to define who you are. You confine yourself in a box. Don't let it make you go too far where you bring so much self-doubt. I've been reading The Alchemist, and you've heard me say this so many times throughout both my channels. I talk about The Alchemist a lot. That is my all-time favorite book that I speak on, hands down, every day. There's a part where the crystal merchant is talking with the young boy Santiago, and the crystal merchant, he's very stuck in his old ways, and he doesn't want to grow his business further because he's afraid of change. He goes through every excuse of, I have to change this plan, I have to change this, I have to change that, and then I have to hire more people, and then I have to sell this, and then I have to sell tea inside the crystal, and this and this and this and this and this. But the boy's perspective, he's being very ambitious, and he's like, well, if you do that, then you're able to go visit Mecca, and I'm able to help you out, and I can buy 150 sheep, and I can sell with the Arabs and do trading with them. I have my ambition and you have your hope. And the crystal merchant tells him, he goes, see, this is the reason. You want to realize your dream. I have hope for my dream, because the hope for my dream makes me continue to uphold this facade of my crystal store. And I feel that if I were to visit Mecca and I attain my image and I attain my dream, then everything will mean nothing. And I see what he means there. Sometimes I feel like I'm the crystal merchant. I was talking to my pops the other day. I was talking to my pops today. We had a long conversation, and it started off with talking about Kobe, R.I.P., but then we started talking about self-reflection and solitude and motivation, and when you're young, you have all these ideas and no money, and when you're old, you have no ideas and money that you've accumulated and knowledge. And I started talking because I bought him The Alchemist for his Father's Day gift 3 years ago. And him and we talk on books a lot, and he was like, I find myself feeling like the merchant too, son. And I was like, why, Dad? Why do we feel like this? And then, you know, he's just like, a lot of people are afraid of change. And I was like, you know, Dad, it's growth. And for me, I was like, I feel the ambition of Santiago, but then my confines makes me feel like the crystal merchant, because the merchant, he feels that it's an obligation as a Muslim to visit the Mecca, and he envisioned walking around 7 times before he even placed his hands on it. He had the feeling, and that hope was there for him to attain. And sometimes I feel like if you have this image that's so far in the future that you're working for, it keeps you going. I get that. But for me, I'm looking at more an ambitious side like Santiago, that once I attain that achievement that I said I was going to do, then I can achieve something else that I have a goal of, that I could turn it in 10 times. And that's the ambition. And before my dad got off the phone, he was like, son, I hope you know which one that you want to feel and which one you want to fulfill. Which one are you going to create, and which one are you going to leave behind? And I really hope you choose to be ambitious, because your ambition that I've seen over the years and the growth that I've seen over the years, that's the route you should take. Because you want to live your life in regret, like I see some of the gentlemen in my generation live life with regret, and they become complacent. And so they got me thinking again about the story of the wolf, the two wolves, the good and the bad. And the good wolf had all these great characteristics about themselves, and then the bad wolf had all the scary and the bad, cynical characteristics about them. And at the end is, which one will win? And it's the one you feed the most. So this is to my dreamers and my risk takers and the ambition ones, the ambitious ones. There is hope, but hope can only go so far. Ambition will take you because it gives you drive, perseverance, and self resilience to understand, to grasp that goddamn goal that you have been talking about. Stop speaking about it and start being about it. All right? Solitude helps me find a lot. Please find The Alchemist, read it. And now I'm listening to Warrior of the Light, another great story written by Paulo Coelho. Great read. Again, I've read that 5 times already, and I'm on my 6th. But it's Jam TJ, here with Jam's Views. Never take off your cool. I'm about to hit this workout. All right. You know what I realized? The difference between average people and greats. It's determination. It's solitude. Taking your own shit. Listening to your own shit. And just going at it. Realizing that there is no glass ceiling for you becoming yourself and for you to attain greatness. So, to answer my pop's question, I'm going with the ambitious side. I'm going with Santiago. I want to realize my dreams. And I want to attain my dreams. And I want to do more, build more, not just for myself, not just for my family and friends, but for the world. Yeah, I said it. I'm making an affirmation right now. January 27th, 6th, January 26th, make the affirmation. I'm gonna be ambitious, regardless if I attain the glory, but I'm still gonna be ambitious and work towards my goals. And you should too. It's Jam TJ with Jam's Views. Smash the like and subscribe button. And never take off your cool.